Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you all are fine. Welcome to another virtual class of Radiant Secondary School of 8th class. I am your Pakistan Studies teacher and we are going to start our lecture with chapter number 3, Land and Environment, question number 1. Before going to start our lecture, I want to introduce you guys to this subject Pakistan Studies and our chapter Land and Environment. Mostly students ask question why we study Pakistan Studies. Pakistan Studies is a subject that aims to expand student knowledge about history, culture and geography of Pakistan and to inculcate patriotism in the hearts of students so that they may become a good citizen. Now comes a chapter name that is Land and Environment. This chapter is about the land of Pakistan, its different physical feature and how is the land of Pakistan. As you know that nature has gifted our country with every type of landform. There are mountains, plains, deserts and coasts. We will discuss these physical features one by one in next classes. Then comes the environment, means location of Pakistan, its different relief features and its climate. And how does this climate affect on people's social, cultural and economical activities. Let's begin our lecture with question number 1. Describe the location of Pakistan and its significance. As you know that we have already discussed the half question in previous lecture. In today's class, we will discuss the remaining half of this question, that is physical environment, importance of Pakistan location and reaction of Pakistan with neighboring countries. Before going to start our today's lecture, let me give you an overview of previous lecture. In previous lecture, we have discussed about the location of Pakistan according to latitude and longitude. Then we discuss about the neighboring countries of Pakistan. How many countries does Pakistan share its border? Basically, Pakistan shares its border with India, China, Iran and Afghanistan. Then we talked about this South Asia, that Pakistan lies in South Asia and South Asia is the sub-region of continent Asia. Then about the area of Pakistan and its distribution of land features of Pakistan. Our today's lecture starts from physical environment. What is physical environment? Student, keep this thing in your mind that there are basically three types of environment: natural environment, human environment, physical environment. Natural environment include living and non-living thing and made by nature, that is mountain, lakes. Human environment, as the name tells us, it made with the help and efforts of human being like buildings, roads, industries and vehicles. Third one is physical environment, which we will discuss today. Physical environment refers to location, means where Pakistan is located in the world map and what is the importance of its location. Then relief feature mean different land features of Pakistan like mountain, lakes, plains, plateaus, and the third one is climate. How is the climate of Pakistan and how does this climate affect on people's social, cultural and economical activities. So this is the basic definition of physical environment. Importance of the location. So far as the location of Pakistan is concerned, it occupies specific importance not only in South Asia but also all over the world. Pakistan is a key source to establish link between East and West. If you see in the picture, you can clearly notice the importance of Pakistan location. India lies in the east of Pakistan, and if India wants to access to Central Asian countries, the shortest sea route is through Pakistan. Afghanistan and Iran lies in the west, and if these two countries want to access to Indian Ocean, shortest route is Pakistan through Arabian Sea, which lies in the south of Pakistan. China lies in the north of Pakistan, and if China wants to access to Central Asian countries, nearest sea route is through Pakistan. So Pakistan has much geographical importance because of its strategic location. Now comes the relation of Pakistan with neighboring countries. First of all, we will discuss about the China, which lies in the north of Pakistan. China is emerging as a major economic power on the world map. China has stood by Pakistan in every difficult situation. Pakistan is proud of China's friendship. China helped Pakistan in war of 1965 and 1971 against India. China always support Pakistan's stance on Kashmir issue. Different development projects. China is working on several development projects in Pakistan, including the most important one is CPEC. The term CPEC mean China-Pakistan Economic Corridor and has the most often used to suggest road highways. Corridor may be developed within a country or between countries. Economic corridor often feature infrastructure such as highways, railroads, and ports and may link cities or countries. CPEC strengthened the economy of Pakistan by the construction of modern transportation network, different energy projects. Under the CPEC, following projects will be completed in future. 1100 km long motorway between Karachi and Lahore. Karakoram Highway from Hassan Abdal to Chinese border will be reconstructed. Karachi Peshawar main railway line will also be upgraded. Pakistan railway network will also be extended to Chinese city Kashgar. Now come Pakistan relation with Central Asian countries. These countries lie in northwest of Pakistan. These countries are Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Azerbaijan. Students, remember one thing here, that on your notes Azerbaijan is not mentioned. It is also included in Central Asian countries, but Azerbaijan is not a landlocked country. Landlocked countries mean those countries which have land on its four sides and that does not have territory connected to any ocean. But Azerbaijan has the coastline of 713 km on the Caspian Sea from its east side. Now we will discuss the Central Asian countries one by one. First one is Kazakhstan, world largest landlocked country and ninth largest country in the world. Its population is 18.8 million resident and one of the world's lowest population densities in the world. Its capital is Nur Sultan, formerly known as Astana. Pakistan has signed many agreements with Kazakhstan providing a cement plant and for setting up of different industries there. Uzbekistan, also a dry and landlocked country, it is known for its mosque, mausoleum, and other sites linked to the Silk Road. Samarkand, a major city on the route, contains a landmark of Islamic literature. Its capital is Tashkent. This country is rich in oil, gas, coal, and cotton. Pakistan and Uzbekistan signed an agreement to provide gas to Pakistan through gas pipeline. Tajikistan, also a landlocked country and is the smallest nation in Central Asia by area. Its capital is Dushanbe. It is known for rugged mountain, popular for hiking and climbing. Tajikistan is a mineral rich country including silver, gold, zinc, mercury, iron, etc. Tajikistan is the closest Central Asian country to Pakistan. Pakistan has signed an agreement with this country for getting electricity through hydropower. Turkmenistan, another country of Central Asia. Its capital is Ashgabat. Turkmenistan key natural resources include natural gas, petroleum, salt. And the very interesting fact about Turkmenistan is its literacy rate. According to UNESCO, its literacy rate is 99.7%. Male literacy ratio is 99.75% and female is 99.6%. Pakistan and Turkmenistan signed many pacts for development in different fields. Pakistan export food items to this country. Kyrgyzstan, another landlocked country of Central Asia, its capital and largest city is Bishkek. It is a mountainous country. Its literacy rate is 99.59%. There are vast reserves of uranium. And Pakistan is an atomic country which has a deep interest in furthering ties with this country. Different agreements signed between both countries for trading facilities. These all countries are landlocked and rich in natural resources. Pakistan has religious, cultural, and economic relation with these Islamic countries, and Pakistan is the only country that provides the nearest sea route, that is Arabian Sea, and transport facilities to Central Asian republics. Now comes a review of today's lecture. Today we discuss the physical environment, its definition, explanation, importance of Pakistan location. Why Pakistan? Why Pakistan location is important? Because of Arabian Sea, Pakistan relation with China and different development projects between Pakistan and China. And the last one is about the relation of Central Asian countries with Pakistan. We have discussed the Central Asian countries one by one in detail. I hope students you will understand today's lecture. In next class we will continue this question. Till then you have to learn today's lecture, and that is all for today's lecture students. Allah Hafiz and take care.